Ladies and gentlemen, it is a big, weird, wild world out there, folks, and here we stand, al pie del cañón, ready for anything. I'm Rob Grams, that's the Natch, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh Show!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a week of ProBoh shows. Oh my God, I'm so excited, Natch. How are you doing out there, folks? Welcome to the show. Nice to see you. If you want to join in live with the content and contribute to the content as it happens, you can do that at twitch.tv/professional bohemian. Bohemio profesional, pero en inglés. Could not be easier. Just like JC. How are you doing, JC? He says, good morning, sir. Good morning, JC. How are you doing? Welcome. It's Monday. How do I have so much energy? I don't even know. How are you doing, Natch?
Very well, thank you.
How was the weekend?
Well, very relaxed, I have to say. But I slept not too well last night, so
why did you not sleep
I screwed it up. All the rest.
What happened?
I don't know. I think I had a coffee after lunch and so me siento un poco mal.
Really? A coffee after lunch will keep you awake at night?
Yes. If I'm rested, if I'm not tired, yes.
Oh, my first boss here in Spain was a man called Alvaro Medina, and he looked like a mafia don. And he used to drink coffee. Even after dinner, he'd have a coffee. And he said to me, Rob, coffee does not keep you awake. Problems keep you awake, not coffee. And you know what? I drink like maybe 7 coffees a day. I sleep like a baby, Natch. Sleep like a baby. How about you out there listening? Does coffee affect you the same way as it does Natch? If you drink a coffee past breakfast, does it keep you awake for weeks? I don't know. Not me. Occasionally, I'll be honest, if I drink a strong coffee in the afternoon, it will keep me awake at night. Pedro from Instagram's here. Good morning. He's driving. Be careful on the road, Pedro. How you doing, guys? Yeah, my weekend was good, Natch. My weekend was good. I went to see Andrea perform in her improv show.
How was it?
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. She was good. There were some performers there. Obviously, it was a group of people learning improvisation. So they were amateurs, but there were some professionals there. And there was an Italian girl doing it in Spanish. She was brilliant. A professional actress there who was just learning improvisation. She was great as well. I don't know. And Andy was great. It was a good show. She was very self-critical when she left the theater. But, normal. I enjoyed myself. I'll be honest. I was there with my goddaughters. So it was really nice. And her JC. But no, I enjoyed it a great deal. Then nothing much really. I just chilled Saturday, chilled Sunday, edited some of Richard Vaughan's podcasts. And that was it, man. And that was it. It was gloriously boring. The JOMO, the joy of missing out. It feels so good to do nothing. To do absolutely nothing. And how about you guys out there in Radioland? How are you doing? How was your weekend? Tell me. Twitch.tv/professional bohemian. All right, so what we've got coming up in the show today, in the second half, we're going to ask 100 humans how to greet people. How to greet people, how to say hello, hey, but without speaking. How to greet people without speaking. And then in Complete the News, we're going to look at a MacDonald's customer who received something unexpected. And we're going to talk about a man who called the police on the police. Ooh, what? Yeah. That's in Complete the News today, Natch. But we've got so much more to come. That's in the second half. We've got a whole first half to come. Ooh, am I going to anger some people today, Natch? I'm going to make people angry today. I am. With today's unpopular opinion. It's not often that I strike a chord So unpopular that people will hate me. But today is the day. Today is the day. But that's coming up later in this first half of the show. I'm here. Natch is here. You're here. Let's see what's going on in the world. All right. Natch, it's a new lunar year, the Chinese horoscope. Do you know what animal you are in the Chinese horoscope?
I have no idea.
Apparently, let's see. I pulled this up because I asked you before the show, right? I said, Natch, what year were you born? 1980. Okay.
Yes.
You are the year of the monkey.
I like it.
El mono.
El mono. I like it.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, in China, people born in the year of the monkey are called monkeys. Thanks, article, for for laying it out like that. Usually if you were born in the year matching the corresponding 12-year cycle. Okay, let's see what it says about monkeys. People born in the year of the monkey have a magnetic personality. Ooh, Natch. They are witty, intelligent, mischievous, curious, clever, and sometimes naughty. That's you, Natch. Year of the monkey. I'm year of the horse. Yeah. Only from the waist down. From the waist up, I'm year of the monkey. No, year of the horse doesn't mean that. I don't know what the hell it means. Anyway, I did pull up an explanation of year of the horse. Here we go. I was born in 1978. I'm an old man. People born in the year of the horse are extremely animated, active, and energetic. I mean, I wouldn't call myself energetic. I'm as energetic as your average potato. Horses love to be in a crowd. They can usually be seen on such occasions as concerts, theatre performances, meetings, sporting events, and parties. This is definitely not me, at least not this weekend. With a good sense of humour, horses are masters of repartee. They love to take centre stage and delight audiences everywhere. Bueno. I have had a history in entertainment, so maybe. But this is not the new year now. The new animal, do you know what it is, Natch? It is the year of the rabbit. Yeah, apparently. It's a Lunar New Year, also known as a Chinese year of the Spring Festival, when Asian communities around the world will say farewell to the year of the tiger. Bye-bye, year of the tiger. And usher in and welcome the year of the rabbit. Let's see. There are 12 animals, as with our zodiac. There is the rat, the ox, the tiger, the rabbit, the dragon, the snake, the horse, the goat, the monkey, the rooster, the dog, and the pig. Moment of silence for all of those people born in the year of the pig. Okay, so if you were born in the year of the rabbit, or you're expecting a child, here we go. This is what your child definitely is going to come out like. Because these things are absolutely true. This is news. Okay, here we go. Rabbits symbolize peace and relaxation. So we can expect calm in 2023. Oh, I hope so. Cross-cultural communications strategist told 17, which is where I got this article from. Because of the rabbit's characteristics, we can expect relaxation, fluidity, quietness, and contemplation. God, I hope so. Famous rabbits: Albert Einstein, Angelina Jolie, Michael Jordan, Brad Pitt, and Frank Sinatra. I'm the rabbit, says Pedro. Okay, well, there you go. That's why you're so chill. That's why you're such a chill person, Pedro. I respect that. Tell me, Natch, why is it that when I read Chinese zodiacs, or even our zodiacs, normal zodiacs, it's only ever positive things? Why is it not year of the horse? You're a bit of an asshole. Stop eating so much. It's always positive attributes. I don't know. Do you feel like yours was accurate, Natch?
No. To be sincere, I don't believe in everything, because they say a lot of things. Yeah. And of course, you identify with some things in one way or another.
I know. I hate it.
It's it's impossible not to identify with something. You have to be something.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
You have to be witty or I don't know, calm, or I don't know. And they say them all with everything. So
and they run a spectrum. You are witty and also boring.
Exactly.
You enjoy intense activity, but also relaxation. Oh my God, such rubbish. But there you go. It's a Chinese New Year. So if that's something that interests you, there you go. You got to mention on today's show. There is something that I wanted to talk about. Something I wanted to talk about on last week's Friday episode, and we didn't get time to do it. And I was going to make it a complete the news item, but instead we're going to just deep dive into it a second. Do you know the campaign, Natch, Free the Nipple?
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. And as do I. As does everyone. This refers to, I think the whole thing started when Facebook began banning images of women breastfeeding their child. Okay. Which is probably one of the most normal things in the world. But I don't know, Facebook or certain Facebook users took offense. And it led to this worldwide campaign on social media networks, Free the Nipple. Well, apparently, Facebook and Instagram have been told to overhaul, to look again at the ban on bare breasts. Meta's advisory board says policies impede the right to expression for women and trans and non-binary people. All right. What's your take on that? I've got a feeling it is a weird thing. Like the Venn diagram between middle-aged men and women, trans, and non-binary people have finally found a place where we can all come together and say, yes, we all want to see boobies on social media. It's not often those four worlds interact, but there we go. What do you think, Natch?
Yeah, as you said, it's a normal thing.
It's the most normal thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it the most normal thing in the world?
Yeah.
I don't understand why, who can possibly be offended by seeing a woman breastfeed. I think it's more of if you're an American person listening, I know we don't, this is kind of a multinational show and people listen from all over the world. If you are an American person listening and you have a particularly strong opinion against breastfeeding or seeing people feed their child in public, I would love to know why. I did do some brief searching online, and all I can come up with are people saying, they should do it in private. I don't want my children seeing that. I'm like, geez, Louise, dude. Your children were probably in that position a few years ago. What are you so offended about? I don't understand. And yet these people will probably watch action movies where tons of people are getting murdered, but booby offends them. Craziness. Okay, so let's deep dive into this post a little bit. In a decision, this is in the Guardian by the way, last week, January 17th. In a decision dated January 17th, the Oversight Board, un grupo de gente que dan consejos a Instagram and Facebook, Meta basically. A group of academics, politicians, and journalists who advised the company on its content moderation policies recommended that Meta change its adult nudity and sexual activity community standard so that it is governed by clear criteria that respect international human rights standards. I mean, here's the thing. Do you think, because obviously Facebook is not going to become inundated by pictures of breastfeeding mothers. We know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? As soon as you're allowed to bare a nipple on social media, it's going to become like OnlyFans. I hate to say it. So what is your opinion on this? Like, because you know where this is going to go. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen, Natch?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the internet is going to be full of boobies and nobody's going to care in 10 years.
Yeah, I don't think people should care. I think we should normalize human bodies Do you know what I mean? I just don't think, I don't understand. I don't understand why there are special beaches for people who want to go nude. I don't understand why, why we censor the human body, but yet we allow, acts of violence. There are certain things in society, as a society, that I think there are relics from some kind of religious dogma past that we continue to abide by today, and it just makes no sense. And it makes no sense. Min's joining us here. How are you doing, Min? Joining us all the way from the Netherlands. Welcome. Good morning, my friend. So the Oversight Board's ruling follows Facebook's censorship of 2 posts from an account run by an American couple who are transgender and non-binary. The post showed the couple posing topless, but with their nipples covered, with captions describing trans healthcare and raising money for top surgery. I don't know. I don't think this is an issue about trans, non-binary people. I think this is just an issue about normalizing the human form and understanding that it's not something to be offended or ashamed of. And if that in some way helps the trans and non-binary community, then fantastic, even better. But I think it's an issue it's a human issue rather than an issue related to gender or sex. But that's just my hot take. I don't know. As I've said before, I'm a bit of an idiot, guys. and very, very quickly before we go into today's unpopular opinion, Buzz Aldrin. Do you know that name, Natch? Buzz Aldrin, the second man to walk on the moon. All right, got married. He got married. On his 93rd birthday, got married to his fiancée. So, I'm sure he's over the moon. No, he got married to his fiancée, 63, Dr. Anka Faur, Faur, Faur. Got married. Dude, number one, salute to you, Buzz Aldrin. He's 30 years older than his wife. My God. And they just got married. Dude, if I was going to get married, Natch, it's going to be at 93 years of age. If I make it that long. Because, why not? Why not? Did you ever have a prenuptial agreement or anything like that, Natch, before you got married?
No.
Here's the thing that I don't understand about prenuptial agreements. How is that not standard? How is it not standard before you enter into the marriage contract that each person takes what they came into the relationship with? How can that not be a standard thing in all marriages? That's maybe an unpopular opinion for the future. I don't know. And while we're talking about unpopular opinions, Natch, let's go there right now.
Unpopular opinion.
All right, friends. That's enough news. You've had enough news from me today. Let's look at today's unpopular opinion. Oh my God. And it's a good one. And it is unpopular. Here we go. I posted this on my social media. Guys, if you want to vote on the unpopular opinions, you can do so on my Instagram at Professional Bohemian. @Professional Bohemian. Bohemio profesional, pero en inglés. Okay, there is a dicho. There is no good time to have a child. No hay un buen momento para tener un niño. Right? Did I say that right? All right. Nice. Oh, my God. Thank you, Natch. There is no good time to have a child. True or false? Okay. The people on Instagram. I mean, I don't mean to minimize your impact on the show, people, but you're not going to decide this. The people who are watching live, that's Min, Pedro, JC, and all the people who are watching that aren't writing. Don't be a lurker. Say hello. They're going to decide. So there is no good time to have a child. True or false? What do you think, Natch?
I would say there is no perfect time, but there are times that are better than others. You have to be a little bit prepared mentally, at least.
Yeah,
but
you know what?
There's no perfect time. I agree. Yeah, because you don't know what to expect.
I find this statement one of the most pernicious, horrible things that people say to both women and men, to couples. I think it's one of the most horrible things to say. There is no... Okay, let me put you in there. Let me set the scene for you. So you're in you're in a relationship. Things have progressed. You're happy. You're stable. But maybe perhaps you're not in a moment in your life where you think this is the moment for me to reproduce. And there'll be some person that says, yeah, but you know what? There is no good time to have a child. Right? Have you heard that before?
Yes, but I don't agree. But I can see why they do. They say that.
They say that
because if you are very young, you don't have experience. If you are very old, you are too old to you don't have that strength or that vitality you need. I don't know. There's a short period of time when you have money, you have mental stability, you have...
You're in the right partnership, you know what I mean?
There's a short gap. Physically, todas las mujeres, maybe, I don't want to be... to say anything to annoy anybody, but we may have a short period that above 40, about 41, 42 is more difficult to be pregnant, to get pregnant.
I hear you. Okay, so here's the thing. So yeah, you're a couple. You're saying, we're happy and everything, but we're not financially secure. We don't have the security we need now, or we feel like we need to have a baby. And someone will say, yeah, but there's no good time to have a baby. And you know what? Everybody, like 82% of Instagram agrees with that statement. There is no good time to have a baby. Let me tell you something, my sweet summer children. Wrong. There is a good time to have a baby. There are times that are just simply better to have babies than not. And when you say something to a couple like that, there is no good time to have a baby, you're being a bad person. You're being a bad person. You need to allow couples and people to take the agency of their own life, to understand that they know what's best for them, and to pick the timing, the perfect timing for them to reproduce. Okay? When you say there is no good time to have a baby, all you're doing is making them feel insecure, and that's not cool. That's bad, naughty. There is a good time to have a baby. How about when you're not unemployed? Okay? How about in a time of economic growth, unlike now, where we're entering into a massive recession? There are tons of times that are better to have babies than not. There is, all right, maybe there's no perfect time to have a baby, but that's not the topic up for this discussion. There is no good time to have a baby. Yes, there is. When you're in a partnership that is stable, and secure, and that have been together for a long time, where you feel like you have the time and the energy to take care of a young person. When you have the economic stability to be able to raise a child in a manner that you want to raise a child. Don't feel forced. Not feeling forced and pressured into having a child just because there is no good time to have a baby, because there is. And I understand what you're saying out there. You're saying, yeah, but anything can happen. Anything could happen. You could have the baby and then you could become unemployed, right, Natch? That doesn't mean you have to start from a bad position, does it? Doesn't mean you have to start from a bad position. I would say the best time to have a baby is when you feel like you're ready, not just because, your mum, your grandfather, your grandmother, or some random person in Mercadona says, well, there is no good time to have a baby, because they are wrong. There clearly is. Min says, there is definitely bad times to have a baby, so why wouldn't there be a good time? Exactly. This comes because I heard this the other day. I was in kind of like a group call with some family, and someone said, there is no good time to have a baby. And usually when I'm talking to my family, I try and keep the Rob essence dulled down. I try not to unleash. But I heard this and I started to twitch. Because there is a good time to have a baby. And not just in terms of economic stability or your partner, as Natch said, something quite unpopular that people don't want to hear, but there are periods in your life that are better to have a baby than not. Maybe in your early 30s where you've got that career stability, you're biologically you're primed. I'm in my 40s now. I'm approaching rapidly my mid 40s. If I had a baby now, it would be 50. When the baby was 15, I would be 60 years old. I would be 60 years old. I'm not playing football with it at that age. There is like, that's not to say if you've had a child in your 40s that it's the same for you. Maybe you have more energy than me. I'm not kind of trying to tar you with my brush. You know what I mean? I'm an individual, as are we all. But one thing that cannot be denied is that there is a good time to have a baby. So the statement, there is no good time, makes no sense to me. But I'm not the gatekeeper of the truth. The people who are watching live in the chat, they are going to vote. We've got a good comment here by Pedro, but all that's going to come up after the break. Guys, if you're watching live, I would ask you to vote on the chat right now so we can tell the people who are listening on the radio how we feel. There is no good time to have a baby, true or false? Guys, so many things you could be doing this morning, but instead of doing those things, friends, you have taken the time to spend some time with me. And let me tell you something. It means the absolute world. I'll see you in 4 minutes. Hey guys, if you'd like to support the show, you can do so on Patreon. That's patreon.com/professional bohemian. There you'll find VODs of the episodes as they are recorded live, blogs, vlogs, and behind-the-scenes content. If you'd like to watch the show live, you can do so on twitch.tv/professional bohemian, and you can participate in the polls we use in the show on Instagram @professional bohemian or Twitter @ProBoh, PROBOH. Okay, on with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ProBoh Show. You're joining us at 9 a.m. Central European Time for all those of you that listen to the podcast. And by the way, a lot of you are doing that, and I appreciate it. The ProBoh Show is on basically every one of the best podcast directories. So if you ever miss an episode, you can catch up with it there. And thank you so much for those of you who've subscribed, left great reviews. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, guys. Thank you so very, very much. If you're just tuning in right now, let me tell you something, guys. You've missed a lot. You've missed a lot. We were speaking about Facebook unbanning or taking another look at their ban on bare breasts. I said it. The Free the Nipple campaign has finally kind of dug in a little bit, but there are pros and cons, right? There are pros and cons. Not for me. I mean, I love looking at boobs, but I'm sure in the future it will roll out and people will take advantage. Hopefully we'll find some good middle ground eventually. But one thing's for sure, we shouldn't be censoring the human body because it seems weird to do that, especially when it comes to things like breastfeeding and whatnot. Come on, it's the most natural thing on the planet. And what else did we talk about today? Ooh, well, the vote has finished. Nice, I love it. Okay. We spoke about the new lunar year. It is now the Chinese year of the rabbit, and we spoke about what that means. Nothing. Means nothing. There you go. And we talked very briefly about Buzz Aldrin getting married at the age of 93, the second man on the moon, proposed and married his wife. Great news. All right, and then we went into today's unpopular opinion, which was, there is no good time to have a baby, true or false. I made the argument that false. You know, there is actually a good time to have a baby. And when you say that, when you say there's no good time to have a baby, you know, it's just kind of, you know, you're taking agency away from people who, you know, are probably adult enough to decide when the best moment for them is. Okay. The votes are finished. On Instagram, 82% of people voted true. That there is actually no good time to have a baby. We have different results here on Twitch. The live viewers who actually make the decision. But we'll get to that in a second. First, I wanted to read some comments. Pedro says, the statement is correct. There is no perfect time to have a baby, as it will always make turn your life upside down. And one cannot be really prepared for that. But there are certain times that are worse than others. Exactly. Rafaelka says, there is not a good time to have a baby, but maybe if you have the right mindset or mental stability, that is a good moment in order not to pass your crap down to them. Dude, you know, I think that's a parent's job, isn't it? To pass on the trauma. Is that not what they do? Min says, waiting for the perfect time is never a good thing to do. Usually something being the perfect time only reveals itself afterwards. However, there are good times to get kids. When you and your partner are in a stable relationship, can financially sustain it, and are physically capable of taking care of the kid, and you're not in a war. for example. The good time doesn't have to be super narrow definition. It can be quite wide. Exactly. But that doesn't mean that good time does not exist. Can we get a ProBoh approved for these brilliant comments?
ProBoh approved.
Just brilliant comments, man. Brilliant comments. And I think we're agreed, right? There actually is good times to have a baby. You know, I think if more people were a bit more honest when discussing the idea of pregnancy and, you know, and reproducing, you know. Don't get me wrong, I've got nothing against reproduction. You know, I engage in practicing as often as possible. I haven't, you know, followed through and had the baby, but I mean, I practice real hard. Natch, real hard. All right, so what did people say in the chat? What was the vote? How do you think it went down, Natch?
I think 50-50.
You think 50-50? So you think I convinced people? Because it was 80% who said true. Let's get a drum roll, Natch. There is never a good time to have a baby. 80% said false. Oh my God. Oh, Natch. I convinced them. I did. I'm. You know, we're starting the week on a win today. I changed the minds of the people. Because it's obvious there is a good time. There are good times to have a baby. And who decides what a good time is? It's not the temperature. It's not the economic climate. It's not the news. It's you as an individual. If someone says to you, no, there is no good time to have a baby, tell them to F off. Because you have the agency and you have every necessity, everything you need to make that decision. And you don't need other people's opinions. If you don't feel like it's a good time to have a baby, then it's probably not. It's probably not. You know? Maybe it'll never be your time. Maybe it'll be your time in a month or a year. But certainly one thing that is right. There is definitely a good time to have a baby. And the only person who can make that statement or decide that statement is you. You, the prospective parent. There you go. Woo! Natch. I got a little emotional. I got a little invested into that. You know, if anyone's going to talk about... if anyone's going to talk about when's the perfect time to get pregnant, Natch, there's anyone on the planet, it's a middle-aged white man like me. I'm the one. I'm the gatekeeper. Obviously, I'm not. I'm being silly. All right, okay, let's see what people are saying. Sasha's here, joining us all the way from Australia. How are you doing? Good evening, all. Just lurking tonight. Nice to see you, Sasha. Well, we're entering the interactive portion of today's show, guys. So with no further ado, let's go to 100 humans. Oh my God, friends. Oh my God. It was a long walk to work today across snow-capped mountains and through river valleys. And on that walk, I encountered 100 humans. And I asked them all a question. Today I asked them, what is the best way to greet a friend without saying anything? What is the best way to greet a friend without speaking? Woo! Difficult one, right, Natch? Conceptually a difficult one. What is the best way to greet a friend without speaking? I asked them that question. They gave me their answers. I am in possession of the 7 most popular answers. Your job, if you're watching live, is to identify those top 7 answers. All right. All right. Let's see what people are saying. Nice to see you too, says Sasha. Good to see you. Calm down, Rob, says Min. Calm down. You're not just a middle-aged white man. You also don't have any children. Which makes me, Min, the one person on this planet who should be telling people when is a correct time to have kids. Oh, the irony is not lost on me, believe me. I know you're angry with... I know that there are people listening to the radio right now. And you're angry with me. Well, I'd like you... Okay, guys, I'd like you to send an email to shhhnobdycares@gmail.com. That email again, nobody cares @gmail.com. Send me an email there. and I'll get right back to you. Okay, so where are we? So I asked 100 humans the best way to greet someone without speaking. Okay, we have some answers in the chat. First of all, Natch, what do you think? What's a good way to greet a friend without speaking?
Greet is like in the distance or in the...
It can be in the distance or it can be close up.
Okay, I'm going to say shake hands.
You're going to say shake hands. Let's see, does anybody agree with Natch? Yes, Sasha agrees with you. Sasha agrees with you. She also says to shake hands. Best way to greet a friend without speaking. Is shake hands there? Yes, it is. Well done. Well done to the Natch and to Sasha. Shaking hands is there with 11 of 100 humans saying shaking hands. Well done. Well done. It's in 4th place. Okay, let's continue. How are you doing, Urs? Welcome. Urs says smiling. A simple smile. Good way to greet someone without speaking. A smile. I wouldn't know that. I'm British. You know? We don't smile. We try not to. That's why we all have perfectly smooth skin. Into our 80s. No laughter lines. Okay. Is smiling there? Yes, it is. Well done. Urs is on fire, Natch. He's on fire. Smiling is there. It's with 16 of 100 humans saying smiling. It is in 3rd place. All right. Okay, who was the first to say... Oh, Min says a hug. A hug. A way to greet someone without saying anything. Yeah. Again, I'm British, so hugging, you know, it's kind of against my religion. If you get caught hugging, they take your passport away from you. Is hugging there? Yes, it is! A hug. Un abrazo. Right? A hug is a good way to greet someone without saying anything. A hug. It is there with 19 of 100 humans. A hug is in 2nd place. Well done, Min. Okay. Pedro was the first to say this. Then followed up by Sasha, but Pedro was the first. And he says to wave. To wave. How do you say wave in Spanish, Natch?
Es saludar con la mano. Yeah. There's no...
you didn't make a word for it.
Yeah.
Lazy. Lazy. Come on, Spaniards. Huevear. El huevo. Come on. I suppose el huevo, ya existe, ¿no? To wave. To wave. Saludar con el mano. You know, it's funny. Like, you guys don't have wave. We don't have mimo. That says something. We don't have the word mimo in English. Dame mimos. Mimo me. Says something about British culture. Don't touch me. Okay. He's waving there. Pedro says waving, followed up by Sasha. Is waving there. Ladies and gentlemen, with 35 of the 100 humans saying waving, it's in 1st place. Oh my God! Pedro was the first person to answer. He takes that. He takes that 1st place. Well done, sir. Followed up closely after by Sasha. Okay, Min. Min is next. He says the little nod that men do. He says the little nod that men do. So sexist, man. Come on. Women can do the little nod too. Now, if you don't know ¿cómo se dice nod?
It's like afirmar con la cabeza.
Afirmar con la cabeza.
No, I would say asentir.
Asentir con la cabeza or asentir.
Well, but asentir has like the connotation of saying yes.
Okay. Well, no, nod too kind of has the connotation of saying yes.
Asentir.
Okay. Nod. Because we'd say shake your head to disagree, you know. A nod is an agreement movement. Okay, so the little nod that men do, I think everybody knows what means here. Like the little upward tilt of your head. Hey, what's up? Hey. So is a nod there? This is well observed. I like this. This is a great answer from me. Is nod there? Yes, it is. Well done. A nod is there, and I think maybe it's the most common of all of them. But it's in 7th place with only 4 of 100 humans saying a nod. It's amazing how we knew exactly what he meant by describing it. Okay, let's continue. A hug. We've had hug. Sasha. Min says, a fist bump. A fist bump. You know what fist bump is, Natch? It's when you chocar los puños. Jeez Louise. And no nivelazo. I don't know if you heard that.
Vaya nivelazo.
He was just looking for the button. Okay. Is a fist bump there? No, it's not. Oh my God. So late in the 100 humans, our first incorrect answer. It's a good answer, but it's not there. Maybe this was was the answer number 8. A kiss on the cheek, says Sasha. A kiss on the cheek. A kiss. A kiss. A way to greet someone without speaking. A kiss. Is it there? Yes, it is. So many Spanish people in the chat, and it was an Australian that got kissed. You know, it's the worst thing about being an Englishman who moves to Spain. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry wants to kiss you. Don't touch me, please. You know, is this common among your family, Natch? Question that men will kiss each other on the cheek.
Yeah, you have a close relationship.
Yeah. That really freaked me out the first time it happened.
But it depends. Me and my brother don't do that.
No.
But I do it with my brother-in-law. So it's weird.
Yeah, I used to date a girl, and a member of her family would kiss me on the cheek, and made me feel. You know what I mean? At first, it made me feel awkward. Then I got used to it. I don't understand why he grabbed my ass. I don't understand why that's a part of it. Anyway, let's continue. Nah, stop laughing. You're encouraging me. Okay, let's go to the next one. What else? A hug we've had. Fist bump we've had. Kiss on the cheek we've had. Okay, here we go. Urs, who, by the way, is on fire today, says a high five. Toca el mano, no? You don't say give me 5, right, in Spanish. Dame 5.
Toca esos 5, we would say.
Choca esos 5.
They have to say esos.
Esos.
Or toca los 5, but no.
All right. So hit these 5. Give me 5 in English. Choca esos 5. I like it. Okay, is a high 5 there? Is a high 5 there? Yes, it is! Oh my God. Guys, you've done it with 0 clues. What else did we have? A big hug. How are you doing, Bridge? Welcome. What if you're really good friends? Well, then you're welcome to kiss, but... says Sasha. Nodding, we had that one. This is going to be a surprise. I know. La mano. Oh, God. Did I say el mano? Jesus, get like... Oh, the masculine, feminine thing in Spanish. Just, come on. Make your mind up. Mano el, dude. Can we not just... And anyway, stop assigning gender to, hashtag me too, yo. Okay. Blinking an eye, said Pedro. It was a good answer. Closing your eyes is a sign of friendliness, says Min. Oh, you loved it, says Sasha. Choca esos 5 sounds like I'll eat 5 chocolate bars, says Min. Choco. Yeah, he's learning Spanish with us. Don't learn Spanish from me, man. That's that would be an extremely bad idea. Okay, 100 humans in the studio. Are you ready? We're going to go through the list. I asked 100 humans to name a way to greet a friend without speaking. In position number 7. Very good, guys. You're on form today. Was to nod. To nod. What was it? Dar la cabeza. No.
Asentir.
Asentir la cabeza. Or asentir.
Asentir, simplemente.
Asentir. Nod. 4 of 100 humans said that. In position number 6 was a high 5. Choca esos 5, Nach. High 5. Give me 5. Okay, in position number 5 was a kiss. A kiss. A simple kiss. Yeah, it's not true. It's not true. But I have seen men give each other a kiss on the cheek. My best friend Josh was married to a Spanish lady, and with his in-laws, they used to kiss each other on the cheek. And yeah, I don't know. It's weird for coming from an Anglo culture to kind of embrace that, you know? I will say, though, I am quite a huggy man for a British person. I like to hug, you know? Anyway, let's continue. In position number 4 was shaking hands. Shaking hands. In position number 3 was a smile. A simple smile. In position number 2 was a hug, un abrazo. I'm a big fan of hugs. Yeah, don't say that out loud, though. They'll take my passport away. Okay, and in position number 1, congratulations to Pedro, it was wave. Oh, man. Number 1 best Twitch gambler has arrived. How are you doing? Con? Welcome. No, Rob, dar cabezazos is something else. That's the headbutt. All right, let's go to complete the news.
Complete the news.
Okay, here we go. Complete the news. I'm going to give you a news headline. Un titular. A news headline. Your job, but I'm going to leave out some important information. Your job is to complete the news. Very easy. I'm going to give you 3 options. If you are one of the many people watching the show but not interacting, this is your moment. All you have to do is write A, B, or C. Okay, are we ready? Here's the first one. We're talking about MacDonald's, Natch. We're talking about MacDonald's. I want you to bear in mind this comes from Fox News, so take it with a pinch of salt. Okay, here we go. McDonald's customer mistakenly given a bag of blank instead of food. A McDonald's customer was mistakenly given a bag containing blank instead of food. Was it A, illegal drugs? Was it B, thousands of dollars in cash instead of food? Or was it C, McDonald's instead of food? Couldn't resist, Natch. Okay, a McDonald's customer mistakenly given a bag containing blank instead of food. Was it A, illegal drugs? Was it B, thousands of dollars in cash? Or was it C, McDonald's? Pedro says C. I admire your bravery. We've got an A, we've got a B. What do you think it is, Natch?
$1,000.
You think B?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, we've got some more A's. Ooh, it's a tie between A and B. Illegal drugs and thousands of dollars. I think Natch breaks that tie, and we're going to go for thousands of dollars. I think that's the consensus among people. Okay, let's see. Let's get a drum roll, Natch. A McDonald's customer mistakenly given a bag containing thousands of dollars in cash instead of food. The customer's bag contained thousands of dollars in cash instead of a sausage McMuffin. What a win, man. Are you a McDonald's person or a Burger King person, Natch?
I don't like either of them.
No?
No.
Oh, man, that's like my vice, dude. I've eaten more Burger King in the last 3 weeks than anything else. I actually did some shopping this weekend. So when I say shopping, I mean I bought 8 cans of Liter Alpha Bada. Okay, where are we? Happy we all reached a consensus, and thus we are all right. Okay, so here we go. A McDonald's in Indiana accidentally gave a customer a bag of cash instead of his order when he went to pick up. And there you go. It was thousands of dollars, apparently. Dude, if that happened to me, I would be out of the shop so quickly. There would be no news story. They would report it like a burglary. Thousands of dollars. Dude, come on. All right, next one. That was from Fox News Business. Next one. A man calls the police after hearing a woman screaming in an NYPD precinct parking lot. So that means in the parking of a police station. So a man calls the police after hearing a woman screaming in a New York police station. It turns out it was blank. So man calls the police after hearing a woman screaming in a New York police station. But it turns out that blank. Pero era blank. Is it A, a goat, una cabra? Was it B, a flamenco CD left playing in one of the cars? Was it B, a flamenco CD left playing in one of the cars? Or was it C, 2 officers having sex? Flamenco CD is my favourite answer of this. Hey, call the police! Okay, a man calls the police after hearing a woman screaming in an NYPD, a New York Police Department parking lot. It turns out it was blank. A, a goat. B, a flamenco CD left playing in one of the cars. Or C, 2 officers having sex. What do you think, Natch?
C.
You think C, 2 officers having sex?
Yeah.
Miss Sasha Hayes is the only person who said A, a goat, una cabra. Everybody else says C. Pedro does say he'd love it to be B. Too many goats, says the bridge. Oh no, Min agrees. Min agrees with the goat. All right, let's get a drum roll, Natch. Man calls the police after hearing a woman screaming in a New York City police station parking lot. Turns out it was 2 officers having sex. Oh, man. This is from the publication Outkick.com. And yeah, it leaves very little to the imagination. Called the police on the police. Turns out it was 2 police people having sex. Guys, all the links to all the posts and all the things that I've used will go on my Patreon. You can find that at patreon.com/professional bohemian /professional bohemian. It was not a goat. How are you doing, JM Romanova? Guys, I've had so much fun today. We've covered so many topics. Friends, there's a lot of things you could have been doing on this beautiful Monday morning. And instead of doing those things, you decided to take the time to spend some time with me. And let me tell you something, guys. It means the absolute world. I will see you later, guys. Thank you and goodbye.